Today is Mom's birthday and Rucca's birthday. Rucca is a German Sheppy. So let's get a special happy birthday message. Page of coins. 5 of cups in reverse. Still internal. I know usually I'll do external, but this is very specific. The page of wands. I almost said cups, but he's clearly not holding a cup. The chariot, and my smartass has something to say about that too. He's not holding a cup, but if he really needed to, he could catch rain or dewdrops on those little leaves and drink from it. So and wouldn't he be able to also with that wand craft a cup? I should come up with, like, you know how people say like, oh, abracadabra, and there's like a really bouncy kind of scatty one popping in my head right now, but like that's kind of like, I should do one for myself, an inside joke. So this year of birth, this upcoming year, is filled with jokes and laughter, wholesomeness, inspiration, releasing that you don't feel special, or that you always have to be getting the shit end of the stick, because that's just absolutely not true from this point forward, regardless if you're creating it that way in your mind or the circumstances are just happening. It's just popping. It's just awesome. There's this whole new avenue being opened, like a whole channel of Neverland, but also the Netherlands. So, and maybe something about Swiss, like, and the Appalachians. Five of Swords, King of Cups, 7 of Cups. Now feeling understood and being cared for, no longer being punished or like afraid of receiving karma, or fear of pissing other people off. Like, that's no longer. And the things that you were working towards that you felt like weren't gonna work out, given that they are in alignment with the highest and best good for yourself and all, are coming together. So any plans that failed in the past that maybe you were like, oh yeah, you know what, that would have been kind of fucked up for the environment, or yeah, that's kind of like doing the thing that we're fighting against, but now you're being encouraged to, that the opening of those different avenues, getting creative, getting inspired, and remembering that you always had the tools. And so now if you wanted to, you may realize that you've already been doing it in another way, a different way, but it's like the same structure, the same energy. Or you may be cultivating a plan to achieve those goals and dreams. Maybe you felt like you had to be the one to tell, but Five of Wands in reverse. And the Ten of Coins. But as people are connecting to their roots, like, you don't have to tell them as much. It's like if they're way out in the ethers, you might have to be like, oh, hello, over here. You good over there? Okay, well, I'm over here if you need me. Okay, you know, like, but that's part of it too. Two of Cups. Not needing to worry. Not needing it to be a specific person that does a specific thing, because that frees you and yourself, that you're going to be able to govern yourself and hold yourself, and that even yourself, you don't always have to have your brain on 555. You can relax. Your body on autopilot will do the things that you need. If on autopilot you're like doing things that you don't like, you may need it still, and it may need to be an attitude adjustment, or you can do like what everybody else does and they'll rewire their habits. But for me, I don't do that, because it just always happens naturally. You always go back to things that like you love and that you kind of needed something else, and so you grew, like you outgrew it, but you didn't outgrow it. Like, that's kind of rude for people to say, but like, you didn't outgrow it. It's just you went to a different, it's like a different level, a different part. You know what I mean? And it's like being able to see the Emperor, the Lovers, and Strength, and also clarifying any work, money, work, because how the fuck are you, if you need money to do the things that you love, and like being alive and surviving is one of the things you love, so if you need to work for like your basic necessities, but when you get the basic necessities, you know, it takes work to prepare them or to get them working. And then so when the fuck are you supposed to have the time? So this year is a time of replenishing your own time. Oh my God, that you're not letting, like, your time cannot be bought. Your time cannot be bought. And some jobs you're gonna choose, some places your heart's gonna take you. You might not get paid for it. You might not get the money. You might not get the money. You might get the resources directly. You may get a plant. You may get this. You may get that. But feeling like you need to give somebody else your time in order to get the things that you need to survive is diminishing. And this doesn't mean that, you know, oh, well, me. No, but this mentality in a workforce could absolutely change how you feel showing up, how your body reacts to showing up, and just the general spirit of the whole place. That then catapults an opportunity for restoration of the whole environment and yourself. Just say. And the people you're gonna meet along the way, Three of Swords and the Lovers, they've experienced similar losses. They also just they have a baseline of heartbreak that they're always in, because they are compassionate and caring. And the ones that are severely wounded, the ones that were disguised, it's all coming together. Letters of compassion, love walls, but all for the better, all for the good. There's like a little bit something else. And that no matter where life takes you, like, you never You never have to fear that complete unearthing ever again, or being by yourself ever again. 1001. Because sometimes the people who have a problem being by themselves are the ones that were alone the whole fucking time. Which means that you can just really give yourself props, because nobody taught you how to exist in this world. Well, they tried, but nobody's you, and you at the end of the day are gonna be the only one who truly knows how to keep yourself going, how to maneuver, how to protect yourself, how to keep yourself safe. At the end of the day, that's you. 1044. You taught yourself this. Yeah, experience taught you this. The spiritual connections, the divine teams that you have taught you this. And so maybe before, if there was any stigma of like disturbance, that is rearranging, because it was always justice. It was always honorable action. And when something is done with honorable intentions, it can always be corrected. 1122, 1123. It also can be done with the malintentions, or like intentions that don't align. By matching that vibration, you match the vibration to untangle it, and then you come back to your vibration, and then you will do that circle around finding thing again. 1155. And all this means is that whatever is in the past, you can apologize for, but do not feel guilty for it. You're free to move forward from certain things. And most importantly, you've been doing a stellar job the entire time. Okay. Happy birthday to my mom and Rucca. Let's actually, I don't know how the hell any of this would relate to Rucca, but oh. Rest and respect. Rest and respect. Hell yeah. Ooh, something that you had to fight for, something you had to demand. Rest and respect.